Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbling class. My name's Amy and today's class is a class in my Around the World in 80 Days series. So we're going to be travelling to Ireland in our imaginations today. Have you ever been to Ireland, or do you have plans to go over there to practice your English? Maybe you want to find out a little bit about it. We're going to be reading an interesting article actually about swing dance in Ireland. So maybe you're interested in dancing. You might want to join us for this lesson too. And if you're not interested in dancing or Ireland, well, perhaps you will be by the end of this lesson. You never know. We might spark your interest for it. So do come along in and join us. It's a reading class mainly today, so we're going to be practicing our pronunciation, hopefully learning some new vocabulary. But we'll also be speaking a little bit about what we read, discussing what we read, but also talking about the general topics of today, such as the country of Ireland itself, and also swing dance, maybe other forms of dancing. Is dancing becoming more popular in your country? I certainly noticed that it was popular when I was in Spain, but it doesn't seem to be a big UK hit right now. I'm not sure about that, so come along and join us. I think there might be one slot if you're lucky, so do get in quick if you want to come into this class. While we're waiting for all of our students, I'm going to let you know about some pages that you can check out in your spare time to help you with your English learning experience or your verbling experience. So the first page that I posted there into the chat box is my Facebook page. If you want to go and check that out, then you can keep in touch with any of the teachers on Facebook. It's quite a good way of having it appear in your news feed during the week so that you don't forget what you're supposed to be doing with your English learning. Seeing what classes are upcoming, or finding some interesting information, resources, or feedback in classes that the teachers have had. If you want to find out more about one or more of the teachers, then the best place to go is to their Verbling teacher page, and you can find that link there in the chat box. If you just put verbling.com/teachers and then / the name of the teacher, you'll find them. It's a great place to go because you can find out lots of useful information, such as a teacher's schedule for their classes. So if you're interested in attending one of the classes from a particular teacher, you'll see them there in the upcoming weeks. Also, if you want to do private tutoring sessions, you can see the teacher's private tutoring schedule from there and book a slot with them. If you have any questions, then you can access the messaging system and write us a message.
Dancing in Ireland.
A little bit. Sorry guys, can you just keep your mics muted while I'm talking? Thanks. Sorry, what was I saying? You can find out a bit more about each of the teachers if you're interested in who they are, where they trained, how long they've been teaching, that kind of thing. Alright, so we're going to say hello to our lovely students and see who we've got this morning or this evening to be talking about Ireland with us. So, first of all, let's say hello to Alejandro. How are you today, Alejandro?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
Excellent. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes.
Very good. What did you do, Alejandro, this weekend?
I was sleeping. I was studying English.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching football.
All right.
And things like that.
Excellent. That sounds like a great weekend, Alejandro. A bit of study, a bit of relaxation, maybe a bit of everything.
Okay.
All right. It's good to see you. Welcome to the class. Carlos, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
How was your weekend, Carlos? What did you do?
We had a great weekend. We had our elections, Brazil's elections for the president. So we had a very frightening, I could say that, because the Brazilians on this weekend are always arguing regarding politics. So it was funny, but at the same time there's a lot of friends arguing regarding politics, so it was funny.
All right, so quite an interesting weekend by the sounds of things.
Oh, definitely.
And are you happy about the result, Carlos?
No, unfortunately.
Oh no, that's terrible news. Well, we'll have to see if there are any other Brazilians here who can comment on that too. Briefly, we don't want to get into a Brazilian politics discussion today, although that might be interesting for a future class topic. All right, Carlos, welcome. Nice to have you.
My pleasure.
All right, I'm going to go backwards for a second to Aldona. Hello.
Oh, hello, teacher.
How are
I'm glad to be here. I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. And tell us about your weekend. So Alejandro had an interesting kind of do everything weekend. Carlos had a political weekend. What kind of weekend did you have?
Since this weekend, I'm struggling to accustom myself to new time.
Did
Yes.
you changed?
Yes, so it's a little bit difficult at the beginning to change my customs to
Change
this
your
new time
habits. Yeah.
or habits.
Yeah. Customs are something a little bit more long term, like that have to do with your culture, whereas habits are more personal type things.
Okay,
So
thank
you
you.
have to change your habits. So what you put your clocks back, right? So you had an extra hour in bed to relax.
Yes.
All right, well that's good, Aldona. The clocks here in New Zealand changed a few weeks ago now, and we had that awful one where you put the clocks forward and you have to get up an hour earlier. But at least summer's on its way, and you guys are heading into winter. I don't feel jealous of that, I have to say. All right, well it's nice to see you anyway, Aldona. Welcome. David, hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, we want to know about your weekend. What did you do?
I did a lot of things. I think it was a family weekend for me. I spent all time with my wife and the children, and it was funny. I went to a hockey match of my son. My son played in the match with in Saturday morning, and we went to have lunch with my parents-in-law, and after we was watching, I think, the same football match than Alejandro.
The same football match as Alejandro, yeah?
As Alejandro, Real Madrid against Barcelona, I think.
And what was the result, guys?
And Real Madrid won the match 3-1.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alejandro. That wasn't what you were hoping for, I'm sure. All right.
After that, I went out with my family to have dinner in a Japanese restaurant, and the Sunday I remember I went to my father-in-law's birthday, and yes, and after that I spent the rest of the Sunday with my family in front of the TV, doing nothing.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm very jealous. No, actually, I had a decent weekend too because it was a long weekend here in New Zealand. What they call a public holiday, what we call in the UK a bank holiday. So we had Monday off, although having said that, I worked. That's because I don't have a job that relates to my country. All right, David. Nice to see you. Welcome to the class.
Thanks.
Gabrielle, hello.
Hi, teacher. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Have I met you before, Gabrielle?
No, I don't think. I think that is the first time that I met you.
All right. Well, in that case, it's great to meet you. Are you a cyclist?
Yes, something like this.
Something like this. So what did you do? Did you do any cycling at the weekend?
Yes, absolutely yes. On Sunday, I rode my bike. I'm living near Lugano, and I rode my bike here near Lugano, around the lake, a
All
trip
right.
around the lake.
That sounds beautiful. Which country are you in, Gabrielle?
My hometown is in Italy, but I live in Switzerland.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, it's lovely to have you in the class. I think we've all had very nice weekends so far. Who else do we have here? We have Juan Manuel. Juan
Hi, Amy.
Manuel. Hi, nice to meet you. Is that a picture of you?
Yeah.
Are you a
Nice to meet you
guitarist?
too. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah. It's nice to. I'd like to know that you are talking about Ireland
Mhm.
because maybe if I get lucky, I will go into to Ireland maybe in March, the next
Wow,
March. So, yeah.
that's great news. And why would you be going?
Maybe Dublin.
Mhm. That's where. So why? What's the purpose?
Why?
Just-
There is an agreement between Argentina and Ireland.
Uh-huh.
There is a working holiday visa.
Uh-huh.
There are just 100 places, so you have to apply
I
and
see.
and maybe try to get lucky to get the
Absolutely.
visa. So I give it a try.
All right. Well, the best of luck, Juan Manuel. Let's hope you do it.
Yeah.
Be really
Thanks.
awesome.
Thanks.
When do you find out?
Sorry. When?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months ago, because I wanted to go to New Zealand,
Mhm.
but there is a problem with the requirements of that visa, so I have to change to Ireland.
I see. And when do you find out whether you get to go to Ireland or not?
After maybe in April.
In April, but
Yeah.
April is
I
when
will-
you applied, right? April's when you put your
Oh,
application in. But when do they tell you, like,
Oh.
when, like, yes, you can go, or no, you can't go?
You apply in March,
Yeah.
and maybe a month later of that apply, maybe in April or May, you know if you can go or not.
You find out if you can go or not.
Okay.
Because what we have is, with the verb to know in English, it's sort of like a long-term thing. If it's a one-off, we say find out, okay?
Perfect.
All right. All right, that's very exciting. Good luck, Juan. Let's hope that you get that success. Okay, who else do we have here? We have Mikel. Hello.
Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Are you shuffling around? What did you do at the weekend, Mikel?
Normal weekend. Study a little English. Sunday I work. And Saturday good with friends. Doing a little sport. No bad. It's good.
Sounds like a bit like Alejandro's weekend. Kind of relaxed.
Yes.
Wonderful.
It's the more important.
I think so. It's very important to relax sometimes, to make sure that you give yourself a bit of a break, especially when you're studying so hard like you always are, Mikel. All right, welcome to the class. We have, this is going to be tricky for me, Guilherme? How do I say your name?
That's close enough. It's Guilherme.
Guilherme? Okay,
Guilherme.
I'll do my best. Hello and welcome. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil, São Paulo.
All right. Cool. And so we do have another Brazilian. Okay,
Well,
you have to limit your answer to 2 minutes max, okay? But what did you think of the weekend's politics?
oh well, I don't know. I'd rather not say.
You'd rather not say. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, you might get into a debate with Carlos about it.
Yeah.
All right, and are you a guitarist too? Is that a picture of you?
Yeah, that's me.
Very cool. Do you have a band?
I used to. I'm trying to put together a new one. Maybe it's gonna work out this time again.
Excellent. So what kind of music do you like to play?
I like mostly hard rock bands. You know, the classic ones like Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, and so on.
Right, very cool.
Yeah.
We have some musicians with us today. Well, that's quite appropriate because we're going to be talking about dancing, and you can't dance without music, right? But we've got to say hi to Yuki as well. Hello, Yuki.
I'm sorry. I'm writing. Hi there.
I love your comment, Yuki.
How is it going?
It's going very well, thank you. I actually was very lucky because I was taken out to a Japanese restaurant for lunch on
really
Sunday.
envy you.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous thing are you doing?
Pardon?
What a gorgeous life you are living.
I know. I'm just so lucky, Yuki. Actually, we have some extremely good Japanese restaurants in Auckland.
Yeah?
We're really lucky, yeah.
Lucky? What do you mean?
We're lucky.
You are treated.
Yes, I was treated. I didn't even have to pay.
Without paying?
Mm-hmm.
For nothing?
Well, my friends took me out, yeah.
Oh, you have a very good friend.
I know.
Would you recommend your friend?
I can recommend all of my friends. The problem is, Yuki, they live here and you're in Russia.
I prefer only a friend who afford to treat me.
Take you out, yeah. Actually, in New Zealand, they call it shouting somebody, which is kind of funny. To shout somebody, it means to treat somebody or to pay for their meal or to pay for something for them.
Shout?
Yeah.
Shout to me, please.
I would love to, Yuki. All you have to do is come to Auckland. All right, guys, let's take a look at our theme for today. We're going to read a little bit about Ireland to get us in the mood. And also, I like to learn a tiny bit about the country before we actually start reading the article. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask lovely Aldona if you could start reading, please, Aldona.
Okay. Ireland is an island in the North Atlantic to the west of Great Britain, from which it is separated by North Channel, the Irish Sea and St. George Channel, and after which is the largest island of the British Isles archipelago. It's the third largest island in Europe and in 20th largest island on Earth.
Okay, interesting facts. We've got a bit of geography.
Yes.
Could you keep going with one more paragraph?
Politically, Ireland is divided between the Republic of Ireland, which covers 5/6 of the island, and Northern Ireland, a part of the United Kingdom, which covers the remaining area and is located in the northeast of the island.
Beautiful reading, Aldona. Thank you. Okay, so this is quite an interesting point because a lot of people get confused about this. Ireland's actually divided. Some of it belongs to the UK. It's a very small section, and as it says here, it's in the northeast of the island. And the rest of it belongs to Ireland itself, which is another country. They use the euro. It's governed differently, and that's the Republic of Ireland. But usually when we mention the country Ireland, we're talking about the Republic, not Northern Ireland. Thank you, Aldona. I'll get Alejandro to continue, please.
Okay. St. George Channel.
Oh, could you read this part here, please, Alejandro? The population?
Oh, okay. The population of Ireland is about 6.4 million. Just under 4.6 million live in the Republic of Ireland, and just over 1.8 million live in Northern Ireland. The island's geography comprises relatively low-lying mountains surrounding a central plain, with several navigable rivers extending inland. The island has large vegetation, a product of its mild but changeable oceanic climate, which avoids extremes in temperature. Thick woodlands covered the island until the Middle Ages. As of 2013, the amount of land that is wooded in Ireland is about 11% of the total, compared with a European average of 35%.
Well done. That was really great reading too, Alejandro. That was a tricky part. Just one word here. This is mild.
Mild.
Yeah, absolutely. Can someone explain to us what a mild climate means?
It's between strong and weak. It's regular.
Yes.
Not strong,
not strong, not weak. Yeah, that's one way of putting it, Aldona. I'd probably say that a mild climate means that it's not too cold, really. It usually means, if it's mild, it means it's not cold, if we're talking about temperature. But it depends what comes after the word. If it's used by itself, we usually mean temperature, but it's used with other things. It can mean something like weak. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, thank you to you two for giving us an intro. What we'll do, guys, is just to read this through, I'm going to give you a little bit to read each, and just take your time. We're going to learn about swing dance. So first of all, just before we start, has anybody ever been to Ireland before?
No.
I have been there.
Excellent,
Many
Yuki.
times
Can you give
ago.
us can you remember
Yes.
anything about it?
Firstly, I visited the capital. なんだっけ
Dublin.
Dublin. Yes, I visited the library. There is a very ancient library that exists from old time. There are exhibition of very old Bible, colored by illustration, and also I visited the coast. I saw the sawtooth coastline.
Yep, the Sawtooth coastline. Oh, really?
Yes,
What was it like?
very wild coastline, and it very it make me a very deep impression of this land. Land is wild, but there the atmosphere is very good, and people is kind, simple-minded but kind, and I think their character is a little differ from that of British people.
Thank you, Yuki. That's a very interesting introduction. All right, my other question then is, does anybody here do dancing of any kind or like dancing? Doesn't have to be swing. Maybe you like tap dancing or hip hop or ballroom. Anybody? No. Okay. Well, we're going to learn about some swing dancing today. There you go. A nice picture. Scroll through those if you have time. I'm going to get Carlos to continue with We Pushed.
Okay. We pushed through the oval doors, lifted aside a velvet curtain, and immediately smelled whiskey. Candles illuminated the back bar and dozens of bottles glinted in the dim light. 6 musicians squeezed into a larger corner booth at the entrance, their instruments close by and pins even closer. But no fiddles and flutes were inside. This was no ordinary night of traditional Irish music.
Thank you, Carlos. We're just going to read this in short sections, guys, as there's quite a few of us here today. Carlos, that was very nice. This word here is glinted.
Glinted.
Yep. And this is a very important word. Pints.
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 Yeah, not paint. That's the stuff that you do a painting with, right? This is pints. What is a pint?
Pints.
A glass of beer.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, a pint is what you hear people call a glass of beer in the UK. And the reason it's called a pint is because that's the measurement of it. We measure milk still, usually in pints as well. And a pint of beer or a pint of milk is sort of like about a large glassful. All right, any other questions about vocab, guys?
This word teaches but no fiddles.
No fiddles. What's
fiddles
a fiddle?
Or flutes?
Fiddle.
Fiddles.
Yeah?
Is that a reference to violins or something?
Yes, it is. So, basically a violin. But if you call it a fiddle, then you're actually playing sort of like folk music, whereas violins play classical, right?
Cool.
Any others? Questions?
And a flute in this case is a other kind of instrument.
Yes, a flute is a wind instrument. Yeah, you blow into it.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, then it is David's turn to read the group.
The group burst into the 1928 jazz standard, Dig-a-Dig-a-Doo, a banjo, bassoon, trumpet, and trombone playing alongside a tuba. A brunette with 2 breaths sang, her voice a throaty, sexy sandpaper. My partner used the narrow space between the barroom and the next room to toss me into a swing out, the basic step of Lindy Hop. No Irish jigs could be seen.
Well done. Beautiful reading. Thank you. Okay. Any questions about vocab? These 4 things here are more instruments. Okay. And this one. Are there any questions about any of the other words? No. What's a brunette?
The opposite of a blonde, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you. It's basically a girl with darker coloured hair, right? As opposed to a girl with blonde hair. Okay, Lindy Hop. Anyone know anything about this? No. Well, I actually found this out while I was in Spain because my flatmate did Lindy Hop. It's actually the name of the dance that goes with swing music. So swing music is the name of the music, and Lindy Hop is the name of the dancing style. Okay, so let's have a look, and we'll keep going. We're going to read The Band Had Come, and it's going to be the lovely Guilherme.
Okay. The band had come for October's Cork Jazz Dance Exchange, one of the many opportunities in Ireland to experience Irish hospitality, see the country's verdant beauty, and dance to jazz until morning. As both a swing dance hobbyist and a traveler looking for a unique way to see Ireland, I had hit the jackpot.
Great reading. Thank you. Lovely expression. Okay, questions about vocab, guys?
Jackpot?
To hit the jackpot. What does to hit the jackpot mean? Nobody?
Jackpot is a kind of money gamble, yeah?
Yep.
So hit the jackpot means, I think, succeed in big success, maybe.
Yep,
make
absolutely.
a big success, yeah?
Yep, that's right, Yuki. So, literally, Aldona, the jackpot is the biggest prize, right? If you're gambling or in some kind of a competition and you get the jackpot, it means that you get the biggest prize, the most money. But we use it a lot in this metaphorical sense to mean that you've, like, discovered the best thing or had a major success, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what I want to do is just scroll back down here so that we can read again what we've looked at. So I'm going to ask anybody who would like to give me a quick introduction. Where are we? What are we doing? What do we know so far after reading these first 3 paragraphs?
We are in the bar in Ireland.
Yep.
And this article is about the band and its songs. And the band and these songs differ from traditional Irish music. They use a trumpet, bassoon, trombone, and two brunette girls sing.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's just one girl, Yuki, but she has 2 braids.
Sorry. Sorry. 2 braids. Sorry. I misunderstood.
No problem. And what else? Anything else? No?
There's a dance festival going on, right?
Yes. Cool. What about it? What kind of dance festival?
It's a jazz dance festival, and there's a band playing for people to dance while the dance contest happens.
Absolutely. Perfect. All right. Well done, guys. Okay, I just want to talk for a second about the idea of a festival, right? So you can have loads of different festivals, and I think different countries do different ones. So this is a swing dance jazz festival. We have a jazz festival in Auckland, but it's mostly about music. Then we have stuff like film festivals. We can have beer festivals. Is there anybody in here who regularly attends a specific festival that they really like, either in their own country or somebody else's? Are you guys festival goers?
I usually go when there's a band of a friend playing, and then I go. Bands participate in lots of festivals, so music festivals, I guess.
All right, and what do you like about those particularly?
I like that you meet a lot of different people with different backgrounds, and you get to mix with people that are trying to, achieve the same goals as you are, and meaning that they also would be in a band, and you can exchange experiences and all of that. You would meet some, people that are different from you, but they are going towards the same direction, and I think that's really interesting.
Cool, thank you, Guillaume. That's a really interesting point. So you have things in common with them, but you can sort of share ideas, learn things from each other, and maybe, I don't know, improve your skills or like have some fun, learn some new stuff by sharing with other people who are interested in the same thing as you.
Yes.
Cool. Anybody else, apart from music festivals?
Now I don't join the festival, but when I was in Japan, I joined summer festivals that takes place often in Japan. Then I wear the yukata yukata, Japanese kimono for summer kimono, and I joined the dancing event.
Wow, what kind of dancing, Yuki?
It's a Japanese style dancing. It's called bon odori. It takes place in the in the place in the center of city. Square, and in the center of the square there is a special tower. Wooden tower is made especially for that festival, and on the tower there is drums, Japanese drums, and the people beat a drum, and on accompaniment of the music, drums music, people dancing around the tower.
Wow, that sounds pretty impressive, Yuki.
Difficult to describe. It's a very original Japanese style of dancing and festival. Yes, but every city, every area of the city have organized their festival, summer festival, with dancing event. So people enjoy the summer time with dancing.
I don't think we're much good at dancing in the UK as a sort of general rule. So I think it's awesome when cultures do dancing. Okay, let's continue reading. Who are we up to? I'm now lost. Guillaume, have you read?
Yes.
All right, so it must be. Thank you, Juan Manuel. Your turn from Lindy Hop.
Okay. Lindy Hop, a style of pattern swing dancing that originated in New York City in the late 1920s, saw a worldwide renaissance in the 1990s, partly thanks to the advent of an updated breed of swing music, dubbed New Swing. But it wasn't until the early 2000s that it began gaining traction on the Emerald Isle.
Thank you. All right, let's have a look at a few words that were a bit tricky in this section. This is a French word, but if you pronounce it in the Englishy way, we usually say Renaissance, okay?
Renaissance.
Yeah. This word here is dubbed.
Dubbed.
Yep. And isle.
Isle.
Yep. So there's a totally silent S, which is a little bit off-putting. Well done. Lovely reading. Anyone have questions about vocab? Nope. All right, we'll continue then with Mikkel from Today.
Okay. Today, 5 distinct swing scenes exist on the island: Cork, Kilkenny, Dublin, Galway, and Belfast. Although each swing community developed it differently, they all share the same enthusiastic welcome to News Corner. The spirit struck me immediately in Cork, when a local dancer offered me a guest room after the dance exchange. The caveat that we'd go dancing as often as possible. I never paid a better rent.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Mikkel. This word here is newcomers.
Newcomers.
Yep. What is a newcomer?
I don't know.
Anyone else? Anybody know what a newcomer is?
Newcomer is a new person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Literally a person who is new that comes.
Or a beginner.
Yep. Exactly. Any other questions? What's a caveat?
I never know if it's a perk or if it's the opposite, or
You
if it's
never
just
know.
a warning or something.
Yeah, it's like a warning or an explanation, basically. Yeah. Okay, next paragraph. Yuki, by day.
Okay. By day, I toured the Cork City
Jail.
Jail. Cork City Jail. Surfed in Kinsale and explored the surrounding counties, taking advantage of Ireland's small size and negative bus network, and so the small size and navigable bus network. At night, we'd find a place to dance. Perhaps surprisingly, travelers can often find live jazz in pubs, generally for the cost of Guinness.
Very good. We've got a lot of Irish culture coming through here. Well done, Yuki. This word you eventually got right is actually navigable.
Navigable.
Yes, as in can be navigated, right? Any other questions? What is a Guinness? Can someone explain what a Guinness is?
I visited the Guinness factory of Guinness beer in Dublin. Guinness is the brand of Irish beer.
Very good. And what's distinctive about it, Yuki?
It's a kind of black beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It's like black color, right? Really dark.
Yes, very dark, and taste is a little bitter, and I think quite strong.
Absolutely. Okay, this word here is just the same as jail, right? It's just a different spelling. It means prison. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a question now. Obviously, this person is traveling around Ireland with a kind of theme, right? The theme, excuse me, of the trip is Lindy Hop or swing dance. What do you guys think of having a kind of reason or theme or something to use while you're traveling? Do you think it makes the experience more exciting? Do you miss out on things? Has one of you ever done this type of thing before? So it might not be dancing, it might be like wine tasting, or I don't know, anything that you're interested in.
I think it's good to have like a first purpose for you to go, something that calls you out to that place, and then you go, and it surely makes the experience, you wait for it, you want to experience that, you're expecting that. And then, you can have some time later for some other things. Once you're there, right, might as well just go by and see other things. But I think it's good to have one purpose to go to that place.
All right, very cool. Is there anywhere, Guillaume, that you can think of that you have this about? Like, you've always wanted to go to blah, blah, blah because of blah, blah, blah?
I don't know. I think I've been to places, but right now I don't have one specifically that I would like to go to see something.
All right. How about any of the others of you? Is there anywhere that you're dying to go for a specific reason?
We go to pub, not only drinking a beer, but also enjoying a conversation with your friends.
A pub, Yuki?
Pub.
I love it. I was kind of thinking more of a country, but a pub is great.
Yes.
Do you go to the pub in Russia?
No, there is. I think there is very few pubs in Russia. But when I visited in England, I went to a pub, and I knew that the pub is not only place for drinking a beer, but also have a dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
So you can enjoy the cuisine. British food.
Hopefully.
I can't say it is not. I don't no kind of dishes. Homemade dishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
In pubs. Atmosphere is very good.
All right, thank you, Yuki. Yes, it has to be said. Sometimes the food at pubs is amazing, and other times it's awful. So you have to be careful about that. All right, Carlos, can you carry on for us throughout the year?
Pardon, teacher?
Would you be able to continue reading, please, Carlos?
Okay. Throughout the year, meanwhile, cities host workshops, classes, and dance exchanges, combining both social dancing and sightseeing opportunities. Galway hosted its first exchange in August and is home to the country's only Lindy Hop Championships, 21 November. Dublin hosted its sixth exchange in September, and Cork now presents 3 annual sidings: Lindy Express, February, the Mooch, June, and the Cork Jazz Dance Exchange, October. More than 150 students participated in the 2014 Mooch, the majority coming from outside Ireland. 2 even flew from Australia.
Excellent. Thank you, Carlos. There's a couple of, well, there's one nice and unusual word in here. This is a shindigs. Shindigs.
Shindigs.
Yep. We'll talk about that in a sec. This is hosted.
Hosted.
And this one, because it's a verb here, we have to pronounce it presents rather than presents, okay? Presents.
Present. No,
Yeah.
presents.
So the noun is presents, as in gifts, and the verb is to present.
Okay.
All right, who knows what a shindig is?
I think it's like a big party.
Yeah, absolutely. A big party, and it's kind of like a bit of a slang word, but it's quite a nice one. All right, we'll continue reading, and David, dances.
Okay. Dancers and coordinators alike recognize that visitors also look for a bit of local culture. Sometimes traditional Irish dance classes are available, like Sean-Nós, pronounced San-Nos, at the Mucha, or Saily Kylie at the Dublin Lindy Exchange. In true Irish fashion, the Mucha also offers a whiskey tasting.
Great. All right, so they've got different names for their dances. This is all about Lindy Hop and swing dance, so I'm going to ask you a bit of a fun question for a second. If you guys had to learn, let's say a term, 1 semester worth of dance, which dance would you pick? Say you've got no choice in the matter, you have to do it, but you can pick whichever kind of dance that you want. What would you go for? Let's ask Yuki first of all.
Gay people dance.
What is that, Yuki?
There are such a special bar in Tokyo, maybe, where gay people give a show, and they are dancing. They are dancing and very, very funny. How to say? They appear the. They give a comedy. A short comedy and give yes, it's very funny. I'm sorry.
All right, well, you've picked yours. Excellent choice. Sounds very entertaining. Mikkel, what would you pick?
Sorry, what is the question? I mean,
you're not going to answer the question. The question is,
tell me.
If you had no choice, right? You had to do a dance class for a term or one semester, which dance would you pick?
I think this particular we are speaking today is a night because I like the jazz, and I think this dance is a particular. If I can I go the next year. No, it's a joke, but I like a lot of music. But unfortunately, I don't know to dance. But I would like to learn. It's possible, but yes, I think it's nice because when you are in a group, it's very nice. I think.
Absolutely,
I think it's a variety dance is possible, and this particular I think is nice.
Okay, so Mikkel would pick Lindy Hop. Awesome, Mikkel. You should find out if there's a Lindy Hop class near you, and you can start going to it. In your spare time.
I would like.
Yeah, I think it does look fun. Okay, Juan Manuel, what dance would you pick?
I think I will choose tango. I don't know if you are aware of
Absolutely.
that kind of. Okay. It's very common here in Argentina. Actually, I went to maybe 3 classes 5 years ago, but I couldn't do any move. Yeah, but it's nice. I like the music, but the dance is nice too.
Awesome. That's very loyal to your country as well, Juan Manuel.
Yeah.
All right, Guilherme, what would you pick?
Oh, well, I don't know. If I absolutely had to, I guess I'd also go with tango because you know I like to watch it. So maybe it's fun also to dance.
Cool.
I don't know. Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
Oh no, not at all. I'm usually on the band that's playing the music that people are dancing to. You know, it's another animal entirely.
Absolutely, Guilherme. I think that's the better place to be from my point of view too.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, what about you, David?
I'd like to learn to dance rock and roll, classic rock and roll. Yes, but I think I never will dance because I can't. I tried many times to dance, but I don't know how to do it, and only when I have several pints of beer or anything.
Oh, Guinness.
I start to dance and I dance very, very bad, I think.
All right, so you're a self-proclaimed not dancer, non-dancer, David.
Yes, and it's weird because I really like music and I play several instruments. I am a drummer. I play the piano. I'm learning now to play the guitar and the saxophone. But it's impossible to me to dance well.
All right, so you're going to have to join Guilherme and be the band, part of the band.
Yes.
All right, well, if you don't mind, I will join you guys in that because I'm not particularly good at dancing either. All right, it's interesting we have Aldona's gone, so we just have a room full of boys. Do you think that boys are worse at dancing than girls or more shy? What do you guys reckon? I'm going to ask Carlos because we haven't asked him the question yet. Carlos, do you think girls are better at dancing than boys, or less shy, or?
I don't know. My city boys is kind of good dancers. They used to be good dancers. It's not my case because I am always a terrible dancer, total disaster dancing. But yeah, the boys in my city used to be good dancers.
All right, fair enough. And which dance would you choose, Carlos, if you had to pick a semester?
I would pick a regional dance that we have in my region. It's called the carimbó, and it has an indigenous origin, and it's beautiful dance, and I really like it to watch the person dancing. But as I said, I'm totally disaster dancing.
You're a total disaster. Can you play any instruments, Carlos? Or can you sing?
Oh no, yeah, I play a little bit for guitar, but I'm a bit rusty nowadays.
All right, so you can't join the band either. Are you good enough to join the band, do you think? No?
Yeah, it's really funny playing in a band. Yeah, I used to play in a band when I was a teenager. So yes, I had a lot of fun.
Go. At this rate, the band is going to be more people than those dancing, though, guys. That's a bit of a problem, I think. Carlos, just because you mentioned 2 words in your explanation there, I just want to go over the pronunciation of those. So the first one you said was region. You've got to go for the really long E sound, okay? Region.
Region.
And then the other one is origin. Origin, okay?
Origin.
Yeah, absolutely. That's better.
Origin.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you for participating today. We are lacking a couple of other instrumentalists in the band. I can play the keyboard, guys, but I can't play bass. We definitely need a bassist. Christian and Wolf, welcome, guys. I'm sorry, but we're actually about to finish this class, so if you do want to join us, come on to the next one. My next class is called Having a Bad Day. So it's going to be a bit of fun, talking about things that you should remember when you're having a bad day. If you've never had a bad day, well, then you don't need to come to the next class. And I hope you have a really great evening, everybody. It was great to have you in this class today. Take care, see you soon, and good luck. Carry on with all that English studying you guys are doing.
Don't worry about it. I have a friend.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.